All righty. Make sure I can see this. Okay. Perfect. All right. So I hope that you can hear me. So let me double check my audio. Okay, so I'm a little muted, so I'll try to make sure that I'm speaking up a little bit louder. So I'm trying something different today, good or bad. So here's what I'm going to do is I just wanted to come in and say hello to you first, since I never get to see you. Well, I guess I'm still not seeing you. You're seeing me now. But I'm playing around with some different equipment to see if I can speak to you guys a little easier. So today, first of all, happy Tuesday. Super excited that you guys are joining me today. My name is Wendy Lee, and I'm an independent demonstrator here in the US. And today we are going to make a super fun gift card holder. So I'll show you a sneak peek. So this is what we're making, is this cute gift card holder. We'll get back to that in a moment. It is featuring the poinsettia petals stamp set and coordinating dies. And then those are the same products. I'm using actual several products from that poinsettia petals suite. And I also wanted to remind you that, let me grab it. This Friday is the last day to sign up for my poinsettia Christmas home decor class. So Friday, last chance. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be awesome. I've got the PDF tutorial all done and ready to go. And I'm starting to cut some kits. So, all right, let's go ahead and switch the camera so that we can start playing with some paper, right? All right, let me see if I can get this to work. Yay! All right, so hopefully you guys can hear me and that my volume is not too low. Let me see if I can bring up the volume at all. I think I'm up 100%. So let me just check one other place to see if my volume is up. I think my volume is up. Okay, so if you guys can't hear me, definitely leave me a comment and we will go from there. So I'm terrible about the comments. I'm going to try to watch for them, but I'm finding that this is even more difficult than what I've done in the past. So I don't know if this is a good thing or not a good thing. So I guess we'll find out as we go, right? All right, let's see. Let me click one more thing and see if I can get comments to show. Yeah, I'm not really seeing comments. Oh, there's a few. Okay. Oh, good. Gwen's here. Amea's here. Great, great, great. All right. So I will try to watch for comments as we go. So let me turn on a little extra light there and hopefully you guys can see that a little bit better. And let's get started. All right. So this is the gift card holder and it is a fun fold as well, which I think is awesome. And then you've got a little pocket here to slide your gift card down in. Fun, right? All right, so let's go ahead and get started with this. I'm going to move this out of my way and I'm going to slide this over as well. Let me grab my paper trimmer. So we'll bring this in. So I have got, oh, lovely. That light is not going to make that easy, is it? Well, we'll work around that, I guess. If that's bothering you guys, let me know and we'll see what we can figure out. Now I had a cheat sheet with measurements on it, and of course, I am not finding that anywhere. That's what happens when you try to move things out of the way when you're getting ready to go live. Well, hopefully I remember. That might not be good, right? All right, well, we'll see what we can do from memory. So I've got my garden green card base, and it is 4 1/4 by 8 1/4. And I'm going to score this at 2 3/4 inches. So just like always, I will make sure the complete supply list and cut dimensions are added into the description of the video. So that is actually that right there. So that's the card base. And then I've got a piece of Bumblebee that is 4 inches by 8 inches, and we are going to score that one at 4 inches. All right, so that's going to make our interlocking piece here. So let's get rid of the trimmer, and we will go ahead and start putting this together. So let me grab my bone folder and give this a nice crease on both of these layers here. Okay, so let's start by putting our designer paper down, and that will fit right on that layer there. And again, I don't have my cheat sheet, so who knows what those measurements are. My guess is it's 2 5/8 by 4 1/8, but don't quote me on that. We'll find out more when I put the supply list back up. All right, add a little Stamp and Seal to the back of that, and we're just going to layer that right on this front panel here. Lovely, lovely, lovely. All right, so next we're going to work on this Bumblebee layer, and I want to make sure my orientation is facing the right direction so that I don't do this incorrectly, right? So I'm going to pull in a piece of designer series paper, and that's going to layer right on there. But before I do that, I've got a piece of the Bumblebee gingham. It's about 5 inches, and I'm just going to wrap it around and to the back. So I'm cheating a little bit on the ribbon because it's a little easier to tie this way. All right, so I've got that on, and then I'm going to go ahead and adhere this down right to this layer. And I'm going to do that with some dimensional, I think I'm going to use dimensionals for that. Let's see if I can grab some here. Yes, perfect. So we're going to put them in the 4 corners. Yeah, I got the halo, Amelia. So it's the ring light because I was not getting enough light with what I had before. So I thought that I would give it a go, but it does leave a nice circle when you have anything with a reflection on it, doesn't it? So I'm not sure how to get around that. I'll have to do a little research and see what I can do. All right. Perfect. So that layer is on there. So this doesn't have to be popped up. So you guys know I like a lot of dimension. I like to pop things up. But if you don't want to do that, you do not have to do that on your projects. All right. So next I'm going to bring in the spool of gingham ribbon. So you could pre-cut this if you want, but I am going to tie a little bow on this layer. And it usually takes about 9 inches or so of ribbon to do a bow. If you wanted to pre-cut it, 8 to 9 inches makes it pretty easy to tie. All right, so I am just, you guys know, I'm holding this knot and I'm pulling these to try to get that a little bit tighter. And then once I'm happy with it, I'll just clip off these little ends and have my cute bow. Right? Love, 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 love. I really like this gingham ribbon. Okay, let's see if I did yay, my orientation was correct. You just never know with me. I go a little rogue sometimes. Okay, next I'm going to bring in the beautiful bow dies. So this is a carryover from last year, and I am using this sprig and this sprig. Okay, and I've die cut these already out of some garden green cardstock. Perfect. See if I can get these back on here. Not that that's important right now, but then I won't lose them, right? All right, so I've got these pieces here. And then did I not cut it? I sure did. Okay, great. And then I also die cut out the detailed, this one right here, the detailed pine cone and the solid pine cone as well, because I want to layer those on. Okay, so we'll have those die cuts. All right, next I'm going to go ahead and stamp a couple of sprigs and die cut those out with my poinsettia dies. So let's go ahead and stamp. So I'm going to pull in some soft suede ink. And you know what? Let me get a foam pad. I don't know if I really need it with this stamp set. Slide some of this out of the way. But I'm going to do it just in case I need it. So I'm using the sprig image, and I'm going to go full strength with some soft suede ink. And I want 2 of them. Perfect. Now I'm going to stamp the berries, but I'm going to stamp those off. So I'm going to ink them up, stamp them on the scrap first, and then line them up. Let's see if I can see this. Maybe. Not too bad. And then do that again on the other side. The ring light does allow me to get over the top of it a little bit. That's kind of nice. Good, bad, or ugly. All right. So close this so we don't make a big mess. And we will go die cut this. So I've got my 2 sprigs. All right. Now I want to go ahead. Oh, let me show you the die I used. So I used this die here out of the poinsettia dies. This one right here. Okay. Next, let's do our sentiment for the front. So I've actually already die cut this with the layering ovals dies. So I use this second largest one to die cut that. And then I'm going to add my sentiment on the front there. And let's use this one. So this is out of the poinsettia petals stamp set. Now it might have been nice to pull that pad back in. Oh, not too bad. Okay, so now I've got all my layers to make my little collage on the front of this now. Okay, so I can use this to kind of eyeball where I want my pieces to be, because I want them to I want to make sure they're sticking out enough. So if I lay that kind of out where I might like it, let's do that. That looks good. And then that one right there. Okay. So then you can either take some glue dots or you can lift it and do some stamp and seal. Let's do glue dots. You could do liquid adhesive as well. So many choices. Really, it's entirely up to you and what you want to do. But I'm going to hold this in place with some little glue dots. It's going to get secured down really well when I add all my layers. So I just don't want this to move on me while I'm working on the layers here. All right, and maybe I'll add one more to that upper one since it's a large image. Great, so that'll secure that in place temporarily while I work on the other pieces. Now for my pine cone, you know, you could poke out all these little bits if you want to. I don't know how important that really is, but these layer right on top of each other. And I like to just use a little glue dot down in the bottom so that they separate just a bit. I think it gives a little more dimension and texture. Again, you don't have to do that, but I like it that way. Cute, 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 cute. And then this will slide back under here as well. All right, and then lastly, our sprigs. So I want to slide these kind of under, in and under as well. So I'm pretty happy with that placement. So I just want it peeking out just a little bit. So let me double check that with our label. Maybe up just a smidge more. Okay. All right, let's add a couple glue dots to hold those in place as well, and then we'll build the final part. Not too bad. Oh, hey, Sharon. Good to see ya. Wow, Melissa, you are so funny. I didn't think that you watched my videos. I feel so privileged. Oh, so Amelia, tips on putting layers in a certain way. So, you know, I just kind of eyeball everything and whatever is pleasing to my eye. But when you're building a collage specifically, I like to play with all the bits and pieces, lay them out, get out your camera, take a picture when you're happy with it. Then you can dump everything off and build it back in without stressing out over, oh my gosh, where did this go? Where did this go? And you'll get really pretty close. All right, so let's go ahead and add our label to the front here. And I'm going to use dimensionals, and I'm going to be a little excessive because I want this to catch all my little bits that I've temporarily put down with those glue dots. Well, not temporarily, but I just want to make sure it's all nice and secure. So we'll lay this right over all of that, all those goodies, and that will hopefully hold all that down in place. And then I want to slide that in right in there. Now you could add this with a dimensional so that it pops up a little bit, or you could do it flat. I'm going to do it flat. And you know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and use a little liquid adhesive. I could use a glue dot. I could use my Stampin' Seal, whatever makes you happy at the moment. But I think I'm just going to slide this in like that, right there. That's where I'm going. Cute. I like it. Like it a lot. All right, let's go ahead and adhere this down inside our card base, and then we'll finish building our layers. So I'm going to put a little Stampin' Seal on this back panel. And I'm going to try to place this so I'm equal distance on these three sides. So it's going to be offset to the right just a bit. Not an easy thing to see. Okay. And then you can see that's going to overlap like that. I like that. Really nice. All right. So let's do the inside of the card. So I have got a piece of Very Vanilla somewhere buried in here. Yes, I do. I find this is not as easy to do. So we're going to go ahead and stamp this with our sentiment and our sprig. So let me bring our foam pad back in. Let's move the card out of the way so we have place to work. All right, so the sentiment I'm going to use is also from the Poinsettia Place, and we're using the soft suede ink again. Not easy to see if it's straight, but hopefully it is. I'll take it. And I'm going to repeat what we did on the outside with the sprigs. We're going to do one in soft suede full strength. Okay. And then we will bring in our berries, but we're going to stamp those off first. Place that down. All right, close that up. So that is now ready to adhere to our card inside. Move that out of the way. All right. Ah, I was doing so good with this. I'm finding if I kind of flick the end like up like that, I'm actually getting a little bit better results. So if you're still struggling with your Stampin' Seal, I personally love mine, but every once in a while that makes me a little crazy there. All right, so now we want to add our pocket to the inside here. Oh, I'm your lunchtime entertainment. Oh, that makes me feel so good. How fun. I'm glad you're joining. Okay, so we could match the designer paper to the front, or I'm going to flip it over just to bring another fun element to the inside. I think it's kind of nice to mix and match those prints. So I want to go ahead and add a little tab. So I'm using my 1.5 inch circle punch, and you know, our punches fold flat, and so you can unlock them by sliding that, and it's going to open up, and then you slide your paper in and punch it. And then when you're done, you just push it closed and slide that lock back over, and then it keeps it nice and compact for storage. So I'm just going to eyeball this really. So left to right, I'm kind of looking to see if there's about an equal distance, and then you can make your tab as deep as you want. I'm just going to put a little shallow partial circle in there. And then I want to adhere this over here. Now, you have a multitude of choices with adhesive for this. Because this piece is not huge, so let me bring in a gift card so you can see. So if I go too crazy with my adhesive, right? Like if I did tear and tape, it would be too wide and this wouldn't fit in straight. It doesn't have to go in straight, but I wanted it to go in straight. So if I'm using tear and tape or the Stampin' Seal or Seal Plus, it's a smidge wide for the size that I chose to do. So be it good, be it bad, I'm going to use just a smidge of this liquid adhesive, and I'm just going to put a small bead as close to the edge as I can. Now, of course, if you get too much, it's going to ooze out. And what I mean by that is it spreads, and so it won't be a nice skinny edge if you put too much adhesive on there. So then I will just lay this down. And I've got a nice skinny border here. Now you want to let that dry before you try to put a gift card down in there, because that'll pull that right off. So I'm not going to put it on this one. I can show you on the original that I did. Okay, so then that just folds in on that side and folds in on that side. And then we need some bling, right? So my wonderful gems, which you can tell I got really excited about the red ones. So today we're going to use the gold ones. I like them as well. I just happen to really like the red ones at the moment, right? All right, so let's pull some gems off and just put a few on the front. Do we really need them? Maybe not, but they're gorgeous. And I think they add a really nice touch. And these have a low profile, so I can still pop that in the mail. I don't know if you guys can see that from the side. It's pretty low, so I would, because I've got a bow on here and because I've got the gems, I would probably put a folded piece of paper in the front and slide this down in my envelope, and it should be good. All right, let me pull back in the first one I made so you can see it again after I put it back together. So I'm sliding my gift card down in my pocket, and see, it fits in really nice once that's all dry, and fold that up. So very similar today. Yay! All right, good. I hope you guys love this. If you are in the need for some holiday gift card holders, my Forget Me Not Card Club, that is what we're doing for the month of November. So we are featuring all kinds of holiday gift card holders. And if you join the club, if you're not already a product club member, or a tutorial club member, if you join the product club by November 1st, you will also get the make and take packets in the mail. So that's part of the club offering. So, but if you've got any questions, let me know. I'd love for you to join us. We make fabulous projects every month. They're a lot of fun, and you have lots of bonus tutorials that I post every month as well. And anywhere from 10 to 15 bonus tutorials. It varies some months. So, oh, Sharon, I'm glad you love the cards. Yay. Good, good, good. So I think this is a fun one, and I hope you guys will give it a go. And if you've got questions on anything, let me know. Thanks so much, and I will catch you guys next Tuesday. Maybe I'll figure out a little more of my technology, and it'll go a little smoother. Thanks for your patience. Bye.